I'm Greg Mack with the APS Office of Government Affairs, and it's time again for Signal Boost. APS members have been making a difference. You may remember that 3 physics graduate students that are part of the APS Bridge program took their stories to Capitol Hill in late April. Part of the reason was to raise awareness about the importance of underrepresented minorities in science. Another part was to tell members of Congress about the direct impact the APS Bridge program has had in helping students like Michelle Lally, Brian Zamari-Baroman, and Dylan Smith. Well, because of these meetings, 2 members of Congress have now introduced a resolution in support of the APS Bridge program and the importance of underrepresented minorities in science. The effort was led by Representative Joaquin Castro of Texas and joined by Representative Barbara Comstock of Virginia. Both of these members of Congress had met personally with the students. We definitely want to thank Michelle, Brian, and Dylan. This helps empower APS to keep forging ahead with its efforts for underrepresented minorities in physics. But wait, there's more. 4 physics student volunteers delivered the APS coordinated petition on the PROSPER Act to Senate offices the week of July 4th. About 1,300 students, professors, and members of the science community signed the petition. It asked the Senate to not include the House's detrimental loan provisions when it writes its version of the bill. Shua Sanchez, a physics graduate student at the University of Washington, delivered the petition to Senator Patty Murray's Seattle office. The staffer there was sympathetic and supportive. Vanderbilt University physics graduate students Savannah Starko and Brooks Musangu, along with physics undergraduate X-Chae Xu, took the petition to Senator Lamar Alexander's Nashville office. That meeting was also very positive. Thanks to the students for having those impactful meetings, and thanks to everyone who signed the petition. We'll be keeping an eye on this once the Senate starts to write its bill. Now, let's talk about what's going on with the federal budget appropriations process. For science education, the Senate came out with its numbers for Titles 2A, 4A, and 4B of the Every Student Succeeds Act. Those numbers are good news. The Senate wants to fund those titles at about the same or above the same levels as last year, which is just what APS members have been advocating for. As you might recall from last time, the House also wants to fund those titles in about the same way, and there isn't much difference between the 2 proposals. This is great news and shows that the House and Senate both value federal funding for education programs. Here's a quick reminder of the proposals for federal science funding. For NSF, the House wants to increase it by 5%, and the Senate wants to increase it by 4%. For the DOE Office of Science, the House's proposal is to increase it by 5%, and for the Senate, it's 6%. NIST isn't making out quite as well as the other agencies. The House would cut it by 1%, while the Senate would keep it the same as last year. But there is a proposal by Senators Gardner and Peters to increase it by 4%. The next step would be the House and Senate conferencing their proposals, meaning that they need to negotiate what form the final bills take. So what's up next? Find out in the August edition of Signal Boost.